Hey Facebook, how's everyone doing? Today I want to get into a serious, just an introduction today. Um, Today's title is The Danger of Being Selfish. The reason I'm doing this is because I want us to get into a series that deals with suicide and suicide prevention. And so today, let's talk about the dangers of being selfish. And the reason I want to talk about that as the introduction is because there is something that's very obvious and there's something that's very not obvious when it comes to this word selfish. So, please give me your questions. What I'm going to do is download it like I normally do. But the series itself, I really want to charge it, not in context because I need the money or anything like that, is because we want to actually grow it so I can go out publicly and rent out some buildings and things of that nature so we can spread the word. Hey, Faith and family. Hey, Holly, how you guys doing? All right, so let's go on the board and let's talk about the dangers of being selfish. All right. Okay, the characteristics of selfish is, of course, manipulation, uncaring for others, plotting and scheming, self-centered, do not care or share easily, and then the expectations of others to do for them. Okay, look, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, we know these kind of people. And when we see these kind of people who are manipulating and lying and not caring and only thing they're really concerned about is self, then we know that you're going to just keep away from them. Okay. But in context, when you look at these people right here, it's easy to see the characteristics of this. But what is not easy is this. You can't tell through these just exterior, because selfish is an action word, and you will see them act this out. But when you see them just like this, you may not see this. And this is the unknown when it comes to selfish. So you have the one person who feels alone, and you got family, work, friends, church, mate. So I'm gonna convert this. I'm gonna talk about this, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario, and so you can better understand the one person and the exterior part about this. If I was married, everyone knows I'm not married, but if I was married, I'll come home from work. The wife says, "Hey, you need to fix this, this, and this." The kids come home, say, "Hey, Dad, I need some money for this, 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 and this." And I'm trying to rest, but I'm still giving. Okay, not a problem. It's not a problem. I would love my wife. I would love to help her out at home and so on. Okay, I go to work as a psychiatrist. As a psychiatrist, everyone knows I'm giving, giving, giving. I take time, my energy, resources, and I'm applying all of that to the clients and friends and family, you, everyone. And that, which is not a problem. I love what I do. I really love what I do. Okay, so that's not a problem. Then I have friends, and when we go out and we have a nice time, yeah, we're drinking, yeah, we're watching, we're doing, we're talking, but then they start asking me about their problems. But it's not a problem. They're my friends. We good. That's all right. Then if I was to go to church, I'm going to church and the pastor asks me to do this, and me being a pastor and all of that, but still they asking of me and say, could you do this? Can you do this? Can you help us with this? Can you help me with that? And I'm like, it's the good of the nature of God. I want to serve God. I want to serve the people. I want to serve you. What do you need me to do? I'm doing it. And then I got a mate. If I wasn't married, family could be mom and dad, right? I'm doing this. But then if I have a mate and I'm single and I'm trying to get a girlfriend, and she's like, could you do this for me? And can we do this? And can you do this? Can you do this? And I'm like, yeah, we can do all of that. That won't be a problem. Why? Because I'm trying to build a relationship with this person. As tiring as that is just to explain it, the one individual, me, could look at everything that I just said, the family, the work, the friends, the church, my mate, and I can say to all of them, they're selfish. Why? Because no one is giving back to me. Think about this. Let me go back into the board now. You come home from work, and I know you come home from work and you're doing your things. And if you have kids, I know your family is all about themselves and say, hey, mom, dad, this, and this. When you go to work, the boss has no mercy. They don't care about your home life and your social life. They care about you getting a paycheck. When you have friends, sometimes it's a release. Sometimes it's even as stressful being with your friends. Church, if you, or temple, if you go there, then of course they're always asking. And if you have a mate, if you're not married, of course, like I said, you can have parents. Their parents are very taxing. If you have a mate, is very stressful in that context. And likewise, it filters out. But let's focus on this for 1 second. If I feel alone, if they feel alone, their mind might not be able to handle the stresses. So think of it this way. You got a car. It's on empty and full. And this, as I just said, for me, right, I'm was full and I'm giving. I care for, I want to help. I'm giving, I'm caring for, I'm helping. Eventually, I'm going to be empty. Now, in context, I say, all of them are selfish because why? It's one directional. It's not coming back. And if it doesn't come back, we get into this issue right here. Okay, so let me back up just so you can see it a little bit better. If we have a population of 100,000, this is the 2019 data, a population of 100,000, you take all of the pastors in the population of 100,000 and you have 79% of them is depressed. Why? Because if this person was the pastor, he has a family, he's giving. If this is his work, meaning he has to have income outside of church, he's giving. If he has friends and congregation, he's giving. If he has a church, he's really giving. And if he's not married, that's even harder on him. Why? I know I used to be a pastor, and he's giving to that relationship. 79% of all pastors out of 100,000 population is extremely depressed to the point that they want to commit suicide or they thought about it. As a psychiatrist, of 100,000 population, 28 to 40 did commit suicide in 2019. Out of 100,000 population, 12, husband and wife, men and women, 12 out of 100,000 did commit suicide in 2019. This is the danger of the unspoken knowledge of this newness of selfish. So, hey, Amy, how you doing? Hey, so like I said, everyone, we know manipulation, plotting, and all of that. We know, get rid of them. They're no good. But we don't know when this one person gives to all these people. It is very hard. Oops, sorry about that. Black. Turn. There you go. It is very hard for us to understand that I'm giving, and I'm using me as an example. Okay, I'm giving to my mate, I'm giving to the people, I'm giving to my friends, I'm giving to my work. When no one asks, hey, Dr. Bagley, how are you doing? When no one says, hey, do you need anything? No. If my girlfriend, wife doesn't say, hey, how you doing? Is there anything I can do for you? If they don't ask, then what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to feel extremely alone, and then my emotion will go from full to empty. Depression is a common denominator in as a psychiatrist. But the point is, one individual can say everyone else is selfish, and they're selfish because they're giving, giving, giving. And I want you guys to be mindful of this position. It is not just self. I would be included in the exterior part also. If I say, hey, I want you to do this for me, without considering what do they have in their other arenas, in their other parts of their life. As a CEO of a business, I will be a problem person if I don't go back as the CEO to my staff and say, hey staff, how's everything else going? How's church life? How's family life? How's this? How's that? Are you taking a break? What is your this? What is your that? Right? This is exactly the reason why in work we have vacations. This is exactly why we go camping and go out to outdoors to regroup. What about those people who can't? What about those people who don't? And you see them all of the time if you're not one of them yourself. My ask is every time you go to the gas station and fill up your car, call up someone that you know who's been doing and doing and doing. Call them up and say, hey, is there anything I can do for you? Let's just go have lunch and talk about nothing. Let's just go. If we don't watch each other, call your pastor up and say, Pastor, what do you and your family need? What did the temple need? The elders need? What did the single mom need? What does the single dad need? What is the entrepreneur who's trying to do something and they don't have no one? Everyone needs someone to take care or to give back. If they don't, they're going to feel alone. And if they feel alone too long, they will get depressed into a clinical depression. And I can't tell you, out of 100,000 population, 89% of them thought about suicide. This is a form of selfishness, that I'm not a manipulator, but I'm also only care about myself because I'm only asking for myself. My motive might be good. I have a business, and the business by itself doesn't care about nothing except profit. So the business is only caring about profit, then guess what the CEO typically should do or would do? Only care about profit, and we don't care, right? So the business is selfish. The CEO, if he's not careful, he's selfish. The staff is selfish. The pastor is selfish. And then vice versa. Vice versa. I'm a CEO, but I'm giving to the company, but the company's not giving me. You're a worker. You're working your butts off, and no one. I'm a man of the family, and the family's not giving. You see what I mean? There is I'm taking, and then I'm also giving. And both directions, if you're not careful, both directions is selfish when there's no balance. That's the key. We're trying to find balance. It's not that a person can't give to their mate, give to their church, give to their friends, give to their work, church and work, and then give to the family. It's not, and they enjoy all of this. It's not, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when you find yourself that you're not being concerned about someone else and asking them, are you okay? Is there something else that I can give you? So look out for each other. Don't be too selfish. Business owners, be mindful. Your team matters. Church, be mindful. We're all God's children. Take care of one another. Take care of your pastor as the pastor is taking care of you. And as professions that's out there, do your job to your highest ability. But then don't think that highest ability is all you have. You have a responsibility to those underneath you to make sure not just them, and they underneath you have a responsibility to you as the teacher and so on and so on. Point is, let's take care of each other. Because if we don't, 10 years ago, suicide rate was at this level. 2019 is at that level. And I didn't even add in the kids, the adolescents and the kids. So be mindful of the selfishness and the dangers of selfishness. And we can work this out in suicide prevention. This is Dr. Bagley. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time. If you do have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. And I will be coming out soon with a workshop for suicide prevention, more specifically. And when it does come out, please don't be shocked that I'm going to ask for a little assistance, because the objective is I want to come to all of the big areas. I'm in Waukesha, but definitely Milwaukee and so on and so forth. And it all takes fundings, and I just need your help if you can. However, and I'll set that up. Don't worry about that. I'll set it up, and anything that you can help out with would be really appreciated. So, but as far as the dangers of being selfish, please, let me know if there's any questions and how to help in what we just talked about, and how to present. Because think about this: if I'm as a psychiatrist, how do you, as a single man psychiatrist, and you're married, is there anything you need? That's kind of awkward, and I understand that. And so ask me how to present yourself, and I'll show you some skills, some techniques as a married or single to the opposite sex and so on, how to look at the people in your world and in your community, to check up on them without being too aggressive or flirtatious. All right. So anyway, this is Dr. Bagley. Thank you very much. I will talk to you guys soon. I hope this helped. Please share it. And other than that, I'll catch you on the other side. All right, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.